Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to talk about the topics. This is going to be more detailed about what this channel is about, what we're going to talk about in the videos coming up. So I got a list here, so I'm going to be looking down on my list, but I want to just name the list of things that I'm going to put the videos out about. And this is all relating to energy, meditation, kind of finding your connection inside, connecting with your feelings, your emotions, your psyche, your mind, and then also feeling into energy, working on the throat, and working on the vocal part of energy, learning how to actually cycle your throat, and then shifting your physical action into your mental action. Okay, so a couple of things I just wanted to list off here. So, like the topics that I'm going to be talking about are these. We're going to talk about thoughts and feelings and how they connect. How sometimes thoughts trigger your feelings, or sometimes how your feelings trigger your thoughts. And how it goes back and forth. Okay. Then talking about breath work, like holotropic breath work or any kind of other breath work, and what does it really do, and how does it relate to you and connecting to your body. Okay, and what steps you can take to use your breathing exercises to tap into your sensations and your senses, and regenerate yourself as well. We're going to talk about letting go, the element of grace, how to activate this element inside of you, and how to deal with anxiety, how to connect to your center, how the anxiety and your emotions connect, and how to flip your aura to where now it's almost like you're not pushing out, you're pushing in. So it's like you flip your feelings, you flip your psyche, and then the energy starts to affect you in a drastic way. Okay, so it's a big topic to discuss, and this one is I call flipping your aura. Okay, and then there's going to talk about exercises that we do after flipping the aura, and what do they involve and what practices, as far as like humming, throat singing, creating vibrations in your throat, and then using visualizations to activate the sensations. Okay, the part about visualization is important because for some people you need to start to visualize first before you can start to feel it. Okay, so you start to visualize, you see the energy movement, and then you start to sense it. Okay, and then you start to guide it with your mind. I'm also going to talk about how to clear your throat and how to use your throat to vibrate to a deeper frequency to heal and regenerate the body. Then we're going to talk about deep and low versus shallow and high breathing, and also kind of vocal sounds, because you can be really deep like mm, or you can be really high like mm. So those different aspects and the two extreme opposites of the vocal aspect. Okay, so how those different sounds can affect different parts of the body. For example, the deep sound will vibrate low in the lower chakras. The high pitched sound will vibrate in the higher chakras. So we use that aspect to actually regenerate and restabilize and heal our energy body, and also in turn physical body as well. So we're going to talk about fast breath work versus slow breath work, how you breathe really shallow and fast, or how you breathe really deep and slow. How does that affect, and what does it do to the body? And then we're going to talk about how to shift yourself from, we're going to talk about this difference between effort and grace. How the element of surrender or the element of grace is where the real power lies, and how to flip that understanding and how to flip that feeling inside yourself. Okay, so we're going to discuss in detail what that means, and then we're going to talk about using your breath, your shift, like it's called throat cycling or cycling your throat. How you go using that kind of frequency of cycling. How do you regenerate yourself, and how to get yourself to vibrate at a different frequency, and then being able to visualize and shift into being more energetic about it and not so physical. So then you do it with the throat, then you do it with your mind. Okay, so we're going to discuss how to take those steps to get to that level. And then we're going to introduce also Qigong exercises, to where there's certain exercises that you do that will help you connect and ground and stabilize the body, and then you shift into the mental aspect as well. So you're using physical movements to teach your mind how to move the energy. Okay, so we're talking about cycling the mind. So we're going to do physical exercises, either it's throat singing or breathing or humming or Qigong, and then we're going to talk about how to go from actual physical practice into mental practice, to where now you're connecting into energy and you're cycling the energy. Talk about hearing and hearing energy and how that can help you and aid you in your process of meditation or Qigong or any kind of these exercises that I'm going to be talking about. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to talk about anxiety, grace, and gratitude. How those aspects connect to us inside. It's not just words, it's actually feelings. And how those feelings help us understand what's happening inside. And then we're going to talk about how to use visualization to get you to start feeling energy, and then how to use your mind to move the energy. Okay. And the other part is we're going to talk about holding, like breathing, doing breath work exercises, or like charging yourself with breath or energy or chi, and then using either exhale techniques to where you exhale and hold your breath, or inhale and hold your breath, and how those two different parts affect you. Okay. And then we're also going to talk about how to cycle, like I said, cycle your mind and then cycle your attention. In a way, is like, here's an example. Like, I focus on my feet, then I focus on my head, then I focus on my feet, then I focus on my head. So this kind of cycling that's happening in the mind, and how that helps us to connect with the body. You know, another exercise is you focus on your left side of the body, then you focus on the right. So you put all your attention on the left, and you put on the right, and you do that back and forth, and this gets the mind to start to flow. Okay, and we're going to talk about how to do a whole body breathing exercises, how you doing typical breath work exercises where you're inhaling and exhaling using your whole body, and then visualizing it, and then starting to connect and starting to feel more and more energy coming in and going out as you're kind of like breathing with your whole body. Okay, this is the practice, and this is also Mantak Chia. Some has a practice as well where they would connect and say you can like breathe through your skin, where you're inhaling and exhaling through your skin, or bone breathing, or all these exercises. They're very powerful, very powerful. And the last but not least, we're going to talk about how to use your throat to vibrate your energy, and then bring that vibration deep inside your core. Because as you stabilize your vibration and you bring it deep inside the body, that'll help to stabilize and heal everything and balance out the body internally. Okay, so this is just a few topics that I'm going to be talking about in the videos coming up. I have a lot more to discuss, but for now I just wanted to give heads up to show what am I doing here, what am I going to discuss, and what are these kind of tips are going to be about. And it's not like lessons or classes, it's more like tips. I'm just sharing what I went through and what I think maybe other people can use to aid them in their process. Also going to talk about ayahuasca, talk about San Pedro, talk about cannabis and how power plants affect and aid us in our healing process, and how to use them properly with your practice. Okay, it's a big topic again, but all these exercises, all these practices, you can actually use them when you're journeying or when you're taking psychedelics in a shamanic journey or by yourself. There's different ways to apply these techniques while you're on the journey. Okay, so it kind of connects. So those are the kind of the sides that I want to discuss. Thanks for watching, and please check back for more videos that are going to be coming up. I'm going to be putting them out as fast as I can. Just got to get organized a little bit. Thank you very much.